Hi, folks. This is Sylvia. Welcome to my channel, Silver Wolf Song. It's been a while. Excuse the shakiness. I shake naturally. And I've had coffee. Anyways, let me try this with the other hand. Hold on. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's a little better. Ooh, yeah, I'm shaking bad today. So, it's been about 3 months since my last video at the playground, and I am currently in New Mexico, and I'm going to be here for the next several months. This is my base. I am near the town of Corona off a Red Cloud Road. There is BLM, or National Forest camping, in the lower valley, and then also further in on the fire road. You go in about 6 miles and it goes through a residential area, and then it goes up into the mountains, and there's more forest land out there, and there's a campground and open camping, dispersed camping. There's old mining district up there, but I don't want to go up there because, and that's right that way, because I am waiting for a storm. We're supposed to get snow tonight, so it looks like the clouds are starting to roll in, but they're rolling in a lot slower. So let me show you my campsite. I got the best campsite. This is cool. It's also a forest road. It's Red Cloud Road and a forest road, but I can't remember the forest road number. And there is a group campsite at the beginning of the road, and there's a bathroom and garbage cans out there. And if it wasn't right next to the road, I would be there. But I don't like hearing all the traffic. The trucks come down and they put on their air brakes, and yeah. So anyways, this is my campsite. I went in about a mile down the road, and there's this one branch that goes off of it, and there's so much dispersed camping. We're going to go check it out. I'll show you. Anyways, this is, I did some cleanup and I threw it in here. Somebody left a football though. All right. But this is a big, beautiful campsite. I'm trying to do this without shaking. But the more I focus on it, the more I shake. I don't know how my dad did this. He had the shakes too, but not as bad. But whenever he took pictures, he could get his hands to stop shaking. I sure miss my father. He was a great man. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go for a walk, and then I'll talk. I want to get out before the storm hits. Oh, wait, I wanted my walking stick. No, forget it. I don't need it on this trail. It is so level. This is the most level campsite I've been in a long time. I just came from Ancho, New Mexico. There's beautiful camping out there, but the place I chose, I could not get level for the life of me, and it messed me up, and I had to put pain patches on yesterday. But my pain is gone now. I actually feel pretty good. So, but I could tell the storm's coming in. I'm starting to ache a little bit. I want to get some exercise. That seems to be helping. I've been walking a lot. I did, a matter of fact, last week, I did a total of 4.5 miles. 2.25 miles in and 2.25 miles out. I ended up going to a gold claim. I belong to the Gold Prospectors Association of America and the Lost Dutchman Mining Association. Well, the GPAA has claims all over the United States, and I was checking out one of their claims here. I hiked into it because I didn't want to drive further in. I've got some issues with the van I got to take care of. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I got some issues with the van that I want to take care of, so I didn't want to drive further in, and I decided I'd walk in, and I'm glad I did because the road's pretty good out there. It is Forest Road 72 off of Ancho Highway. Ancho Highway is not open the whole way, but where the detour is where the forest road starts, and it goes for miles. It is the longest ass forest road. Anyways, you take Forest Road 72, and there's all kinds of camping off of there. So I ended up taking another forest road off of that, and it was a little rough. And that's why I decided not to drive all the way to the gold claim, because a lot of times they're in areas that you really should have a 4x4. Most of the time they are. So if you're thinking about becoming a prospector, if you need at least a high clearance vehicle, but preferably 4-wheel drive. I don't have 4-wheel drive, but I got the high clearance, and she's got the motor from, I don't know, I love her motor. Anyways, yeah, so I'm having some issues with the van. The smallest one, which is the most concerning right now, is I think she needs a new thermostat. My mechanic, Jake, in Arizona, told me that it's probably the thermostat. We replaced the water pump a couple months ago, and we replaced it twice because the first one was defective. Well, the second one seemed to be working, but then a few days later, I started having problems with it draining. And it would turn off. It would drain a little bit, and then it would stop. And then when I'd add more, it'd suck in a little more from the overflow. And that's where I was adding it. The next morning after driving, when the engine's cold, I just put the 50-50 in the overflow. And she's having a trouble with keeping it in there. She's not pressurized right. So I told Jake about it. He said, it's probably the thermostat. It's probably stuck. It's probably broken. And he said it's a cheap fix and an easy one. So I'll bring it to a mechanic and get that done. But then I have a major electrical issue with the van. It is the transmission relay circuit. Ooh, look at these choyas. Let's take a look. Anyways, it's transmission relay circuit, which is on the outside of the transmission. And there's 3 of them. And one of them is bad. At least one of them. I'm just going to replace all of them. But I have to find a shop that'll do it. And that'll take some money because the parts themselves, it's going to run me at least $500 for the parts. But if I go to a mechanic, it's going to be more expensive. So I'm going to probably wait till winter to get that done. She doesn't have first gear and she doesn't have overdrive, but I can get around that. So I stick her in second gear when I start her up and start going. And then when I get, up to speed, then I put her in a regular gear. And I just go slow up the hills and put her back into second gear so I don't need overdrive to go up the hills. I mean, the overdrive doesn't need to be off. It's stuck. I can't get it to go off, so, but I can still drive. Wow, isn't this pretty? Hope you're enjoying this. Yeah. Ooh, the clouds are starting to roll in. So, I'm going to identify some trees for you. This here is a juniper, and they grow anywhere from what you've seen over in front of people's houses, shrubs. They grow that small all the way up to, 20, 30 feet tall. So depends on the type of juniper and where you're at. The taller they get, the higher up you are. And then you also have mixed in with the juniper, you have your pinyon trees. And those are my favorite. I love pinyon and redwood are my favorite trees. I'll show you a pinyon here in a sec. They usually hang out with the juniper. And if they get married and have babies. I wouldn't be surprised they would have hybrids, but I've never seen one. But they're always associated together. I think there's one over here. Let's walk over here. So it's cold. The snakes aren't out. The scorpions aren't out. Here's a baby pinyon, and it's not looking too good. It's looking dry. Yep. Yeah, there's been a drought here. Not as bad as Arizona, but still pretty bad. Because we're near the Continental Divide and also getting closer to the bottom of the Rockies, we have a little bit more rain than the rest of the Southwest. Here is your pinyon. See, that's what they look like. They look like Christmas trees almost. Yeah. Love it. All right, so here's a fire pit somebody had to see. This nice little tucked in spot. This would be good in the spring and the fall. But in the summer, it's still too hot. So what you do is you continue down the road and you go into those bottom of those mountains there. Whew, it's starting to get colder. It feels like snow. And I am underdressed, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. Anyway, so, so I'm back in New Mexico. I'm going to take care of business. I have renewed my driver's license. I'm going to stay a resident for another 4 years. And I got doctor's appointments to go to. It is getting cold. I may have to turn around and go back. Yeah. But it sure is pretty. I'm going to turn around and start walking back. It's getting cold. It dropped about 10 degrees in 5 minutes. Oh my God. I should have grabbed my purple jacket. So, yeah, so I got a new doctor, a female doctor. I don't know. I think she'll work out. I don't like her as much as my doctor that retired, but I think she'll work out. She wants me to go get an eye exam because I have diabetes. That's under control, and but I still need the eye exam. And so I'm going to get that done at Walmart and maybe get a second pair of glasses. I'm also getting myself a tent again. And this time I'm getting a good one. I'm getting a pop-up big tent that I can set up easily and doesn't weigh a ton and doesn't cost too much. I mean, $110, and I saved $12 on it through Amazon. Let's see. Yeah. It's a pop-up. And then I could set my table up inside and do some stuff inside the tent. There's some things I want to do. I have a bunch of coloring books, and I love to color. I want to color. I want to do puzzles. And I want to set up Dungeons and Dragons adventures. In the wintertime, I plan on running some games when I get back together with some people. And during the summer, I'm going to get them ready. I've collected figures that I'm going to hand paint. I'm getting the books. I already have a complete adventure set ready. I just need to study it. I'm getting the books that I need. And I have a map. Also some props and a map that you put the characters on and you color on the map to, like, you make a hallway on the map. It goes to a room. You go in the room and then you've got your props in the room and the monsters if they're in there. So I used to play Dungeons and Dragons a lot when I was younger. And just thought I'd get back into it again because it's very stimulating intellectually and it can get really exciting. So, and if I get a nice group of people together, we will have a lot of fun with it. The other thing I've been working on is the prospecting, and I'm getting better at it. I'm starting to collect more gold. And I've got some more things I'm going to get. When I go back to Arizona in the fall, I will be joining up with my boyfriend in Congress. They have moved into a house, and I will be moving in with him for the winter and just coming out and socializing when I want. Go to Quartzsite and meet up with my nomad friends during the events. But I'm going to spend a lot of time in Congress, and I will have an opportunity to process more volume and thus get more gold, and maybe even be able to sell some this coming winter. That would be nice. I could use the extra money. I'm always needing repairs, and there's always things I need or want. Anyways, I'm missing my family. Michael, Sammy, and the kids. I miss you all. Maddie, special hug and kiss for you. I wish some of you were out here. I want you guys to come visit me. You know, you can either fly to Phoenix during the winter, come out for a winter trip, and I'll come meet you. Rent a car, and make a hotel reservation either in Congress or Wickenburg or Quartzsite. Yeah, come out for a week. I really would like that, because I can't drive back east anymore. If I go back east, I'm going to have to fly back. So, Ethan, you need to come back out. You know, on vacation, when you get vacation, I want you to come visit me, okay? Because I love you. Miss you. Okay, everybody. I'm back at the van. I just thought I'd give you an update. I miss you all. Friends, family, my nomad friends. I had a good time this winter. Socialized a little bit and danced a lot. And that was really nice. So, okay. So, I'm going to turn you around. Hi, everybody. Or actually, I should say, bye, everybody. May your howl always be heard.